Hello, welcome to our live stream. I'm Jen, as you can see floating beneath me from English with Jen 123. Every Tuesday, I like to offer you a quiz about our topic for the week. Our topic this week happens to be astrology. So we have 10 questions related to the topic astrology. This is for folks learning English who would like to improve their vocabulary, learn something new, teach us something new in the community, and just enjoy practicing English in a very easygoing manner. So if you want to follow my account, you can find it there. I will turn it off right now because it's annoying. But English with Jen 123, I will offer a proper English lesson, at least 60 minutes tomorrow on this same account at 3 p.m. German time, that's Central European time, and I would love to have you on board. We will learn vocabulary, idioms, phrasal verbs. Hi, Serena, dear. Welcome, El. Ciao a tutti. And yes, so my Italian friends teaching me English. Let me get rid of this banner and hide that. And yeah, so let's start our conversation. Sorry. Let's start our quiz. Let me hop over to the left here so that you'll be able to read everything nicely. And I will add our first slide for today. Like I said, this is not like a competition in any way. I don't know any of this information. Oops, what did I just do? I didn't know any of this information until I planned this lesson. It's really just about us all kind of learning together. Hello, Lorena. Hello, hello. So here is our first question for today. For those of you with Latin-based languages, this is going to be very easy. So this first question is kind of a freebie. You're welcome. So what is a constellation? What is a constellation? Is it A, type of galaxy? B, a single star used for navigation? C, a planet orbiting the sun? So orbiting, going around the sun. Is it D, a group of stars forming a recognizable pattern in the sky? Hello, Kaluna, sweetie. So welcome all of my ladies back from our original lesson on Iwa. And so everyone so far, okay, hey, very neat. Hello, Jen. Now I am at the right time, but I was on the edge of your live to watch that you did on Instagram or this one, but of course it's better live. Aha, okay. Happy to have you back. Missed you. So let's see. So, okay, so everyone is saying that the answer is D, I think. Hey, Yuki, sweetie. Oh, you're still awake. I thought you had conked out a long time ago. If you just fall asleep really quickly, you conk out. Yes, so I'm happy that you did it. I know you've been cooking a lot with persimmons. It looked like persimmons. All right, so sorry, back on track here. So the answer for what is a constellation? And so it's D, of course, a group of stars forming a recognizable pattern in the sky. What is interesting with Western astrology is that they use 12 different Western astrology uses 12 constellations for the zodiac signs. So you look at the stars and you see Gemini, or you see Aries, or you see whatever you see. But in theory, or in actuality, there are 88 official constellations recognized by astronomers. So not astrologers, astronomers, which map the entire night sky. I guess one of these that wouldn't be included is you have the Big Dipper, the Little Dipper, like the little machine that kind of digs things. So yeah, maybe that's not part of the zodiac astrological sign, but 88 astronomers have formed 88 official constellations, and only 12 of these are used, or different ones are used in zodiac signs. All right, moving on, something we did not talk about at all when we talked about astrology, which I think a lot, at least I know Chinese astrology uses this a lot as well. And that is, so in astrology, each zodiac sign is associated with one of which four elements? Is it A, earth, fire, earth, air, or water? Is it B, sun, moon, stars, and Venus? Is it C, lightning, ice, stone, and wind? Or D, north, south, east, west? What can you tell me? So each zodiac sign, so Cancer has a specific something that goes along with it. And so does Leo, every single sign. So Kaluna's going with A. So Renee also thinks A. I might have fallen asleep before the quiz, before the quiz ends. No stress, sweetie. No stress. Yeah. Okay. So what do we have? Any other answers? So far we have 2 A's. And I think that looks pretty good. Yeah. So fire, earth, air, and water. I know that Chinese astrology has this. I don't know about Indian astrology. I don't think we have any regulars in our audience that are from India. If you're just watching, if you can let us know, or if you have a specific astrology type in your culture, do you use also earth, air, water, fire, and water? Fire, earth, air, and water. I know in Native American sort of practices, I don't know if it's so much astrology, but they also have fire, earth, air, and water as elements. These are called elements that are associated. So let's see. Okay, the elements symbolize the core energies, and personality traits. Fire is passionate, energetic, and adventurous. Earth is practical, grounded, and stable, which is I'm definitely not Earth. Air, intellectual, social, communicative. Water is emotional, intuitive, and sensitive. So I'm definitely water. So Cancer is related to water. If you don't know what your element is related to your zodiac sign, we can look that up. No problem. We're such a small group. I can easily look that up for you. Each element governs 3 zodiac signs. So you have 12 signs, 3 for each. So I guess I don't know how it works. Yeah, you're water too. Okay, Lorraine, I can't remember what you are. What is your sign? I can't remember. So Cancer and whatever Lorena is. So Alessio, you're Leo. I guess I'm going to go that you're probably fire. I don't know. Renee, I don't remember what you are. Kaluna, I think that you are Sagittarius or something like that. I can't remember. Pisces. Yes. So then a fish. So then it's like a water sign then. Exactly. I'm making these things up. I have no clue. As you see, we are living and learning together. This is absolutely one of those topics where the more you know, the more we all know. Scorpio, sorry, Scorpio. Scorpio, what is Scorpio? Do you know what your element is? If not, I will take a look. Let's see, let's do elements and star signs. Let's see if the bot will give it to us. So a lion, sorry, I think it went out for a second. A lion, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, lion, is all of you, so Serena and Alessio, y'all are fire signs, so passionate, energetic, adventurous. Earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, which I think was either Eric or Renit. Earth signs were practical, grounded, and stable. Air signs are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, which are intellectual, social, and communicative. And water signs were Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, which happen to be emotional, intuitive, and sensitive. So, yeah. All right, let's move on to number 3 and talking about other types of astrology, because there's a lot. It's really interesting. I tried to figure out something different, and it was really, really very complicated. Some of these systems are not so easy to figure out. Okay, so let's see. Which astrology system had a 20 sign, has a 20 sign zodiac, making it more complex than the 12 sign Western zodiac. Okay, is it Chinese astrology, Western astrology, C, Aztec astrology, or D, Indian Vedic astrology? Ooh, oh, cool. I love it in Japanese. Looks so beautiful. Okay, Sunday, the sun. Okay. Oh, Yuki, that looks so pretty. Okay. Moon. So these are also, okay. Moon and Mars. Oh, moon is one, Mars. Okay. Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, and Sunday. Okay. Chinese. Okay. So Renee's going with Chinese. He guesses Chinese. All right. So more than 20 zodiac signs. In the Western astrology, we've got just 12. In this other system, they have 20. So Kaluna's going with C, Aztec astrology. Alicia's going with Chinese. All right. Any other guesses? Excuse me. Lorena's going with C, Aztec. All right, so the answer is actually C, Aztec astrology. And this is actually what I looked up. It wasn't Mayan, it was Aztec, and it's really complicated. It's really difficult to figure out what you are. If you look up Aztec astrology, actually they offered me a new thing where I could share a referral link where I could refer something. Anyway, I will try to find a referral link that I can put in the comments of the site that I used to try to figure it out. I'm not able to see Yuki's comments anymore. Me too. Oh no. Well, Yuki, the last thing that Yuki commented was something were the signs in Japanese. So Yuki, maybe try to write something again so that we can see. And if that doesn't, if we can't see what you write, then maybe hop in and hop out. Maybe YouTube got scared with the Japanese. I don't know. It's a little strange, this place sometimes. Anyway, so yeah. So the Chinese astrology, me neither. Yeah. So Chinese astrology cycles through 12 animals over 12 years. So in the Chinese astrology, you have the rat, the monkey, the dragon, and you have that for 12 different years. Western astrology cycles through 12 signs every year, and I think it's based on seasons. Indian Vedic astrology uses sidereal system, which I don't know what that means exactly, and I looked it up and forgot, based on actual star positions. Okay, so unlike the Western tropical system, so unlike the Western system, the Indian system is based on literal stars, actual stars that are in the sky, I guess, at that time. I think that's the difference. I'm not 100% sure. Still no word from Yuki. Yuki, if you are trying to write and you can't, I'm going to take a look on Instagram and see if you've written me there to say whether something is wrong, just so that you're not locked out of here. Anyway, I have Instagram on, so if you want to write me, no, there's Yuki. She's there. No worries. Okay. So, all right. So the answer actually was Aztec astrology. And so, yeah. Moving on to number 4 of our quiz. And let's see, where are we headed? So talking about personalities based on astrology, and let's see. Okay. So why can people born on the same day have very different personalities in astrology? So in Western astrology, why can people born on the same day? So I know a lot of people that were born on my birthday. I mean, my aunt, I have multiple friends. I know a lot of people. And sorry, I'll repeat. No, you're fine. You're fine. But let's see. So why can people born on the same day have different personalities in astrology? A, the moon sign changes every hour. B, the rising sign changes approximately every 2 hours. C, the sun sign changes daily. Or D, the planets move too slowly to matter. So Renita's going with A, the moon sign changes every hour. Any other answers with this? You think? Lorena's going with A. Okay. Kaluna's going with B, question mark. Okay. So the answer is actually B. The rising sign changes approximately every 2 hours. And I'm drawing a blank right this second exactly what the rising sign is. I think that might be the ascendant. I don't know. Let me see. The rising sign. I think one is about personality and the other is about emotions. I just don't know enough about this topic. So the answer is actually B. The rising sign changes approximately. So your rising sign is the zodiac sign that was on the eastern horizon at the exact time you were born. Let's see. So it represents how others first see you, your outer personality, the way you present yourself to the world. So think of it as your first impression or your mask. This is your rising sign. So this is why people who are born on the same day might have a different personality. And the way that you calculate it is the date of your birth, the exact time of your birth, and the place of your birth. And if you're interested in that, you can take a look online and you can, and maybe I will, I'm going to do this and the Aztec thing, and I will leave links in the comments if you want to check out your Aztec astrology and this. So that links, let me put this in here, links. Oops, links. I will never be able to read this. Yeah, so if you want to check that out on your own, you're more than welcome to do that. All right, so moving to medieval medicine and astrology. Let's see. What have we got? Number 5. We're halfway through our quiz for today, and here we go. Okay. In medieval medicine, astrology was used to A, predict the weather, B, schedule bloodletting and surgeries, C, determine crop planting, and D, calculate taxes. Actually, I think it's multiple things. I definitely don't know much about astrology. Me neither, but it's just for fun. We're learning, we're having fun with this. So I think my answer is, I think there are multiple answers that are correct here. So yeah, do what you like. All right. Yeah, don't worry, Serena. I can't remember. Somebody in our audience asked for this topic, and I can't for the life of remember who it was. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, maybe a couple of months ago, I wanted to do astrology. So that's why we're doing it. Okay, Alessio's guessing C, Lorena's going with C, Kaluna is going with B, and I'm going to say that definitely B is the answer I was looking for, but C is also totally correct, because we learned that in our story, that they would, before farming, that they would consult the stars to know when to plant different things. And so doctors believed zodiac signs governed different parts of our bodies. For example, Aries governed the head, Taurus, the throat. I know Cancer is the stomach, which makes sense. Okay, that was your thing. Thank you, Yuki, for repeating that. And then medical astrology helped physicians decide when to perform treatments, showing astrology's practical role in medicine. And bloodletting is an old medical practice in which doctors deliberately remove blood from a patient, usually by cutting a vein or using leeches. So leeches are those black sort of worm-looking things that stick onto skin and they suck out blood. Leeches. And if somebody leeches on you, then this is something, if somebody is a leech, this is also a word that you use to describe a person. This is someone who tries to take everything from you and won't go away. He's such a leech, right? So you can use it in that term as well, but it's also the animal, a parasite, yes. Okay. So then that is that. moving on to where Western astrology originally came from. So a lot of you are in our lesson earlier. So let's see how many of you remember what the answer is. Let's see, because I was very surprised about this, I have to say. So we're on number 6. Okay. Sorry, my smartphone's stuck. Oh, okay. So you didn't get kicked out. It was your smartphone. Okay. Thank you for redoing that. That was a lot of work. Sorry. So, okay. So question is here, where does the zodiac system used in Western astrology originally come from? Is it A, ancient Egypt, B, India, C, Greece, or D, Babylon? So for those of you who were in my live stream, you might remember Renee's saying Greece, Lorena's going with D with Babylon. What else can you tell me? So Kaluna's going with D, Babylon. Any other guesses? Where do we think that it was originally, where it originally came from? Yuki's going with A, ancient Egypt. I totally would have guessed that as well. Leeches is also kind of fruit. Those are lychees. I don't know how to spell it, but you're right. But leeches, like peaches, that's the animal in lychees. I think that's Lyches. I think so. Let me take a look really quickly. But yeah, they sound sort of similar. Thank you, Kaluna. Thank you for spelling it. So this is the fruit. And that is the disgusting creature that you find in water that sucks your blood. Leeches and lychee. So lychee or leech. Yeah, I don't know how you do the plural of that. That's a good question. But a leech and a lychee with EE as a sound. Thanks for that. Point. All right. Alessia is going also with ancient Egypt. The correct answer is actually D, Babylon. So the Babylonian zodiac was created over 2,500 years ago. They divided the sky into 12 equal signs, each corresponding roughly to a constellation. Greek astronomers later adopted and refined the system, linking it with seasonal cycles and mythology, which became the basis of Western tropical zodiac used today. Western astrology focuses on sun, moon, and planets with these 12 signs to interpret personality, behavior, and potential events. So you have that as a difference. But it came from Babylon, adopted by the Greeks, redefined, tweaked in a different way. Tweak is a good word. When you kind of play with something and make it better, you change it. Sometimes if you tweak something, you can ruin it. But tweaking is when you take something and you change it, tweak it a bit, change it just a little bit. So they tweaked it, made it work for their own purpose, and then it's become what we know today. I think the Romans then took over. All right, moving on to number 7 and talking about popes and kings and astrology. So let's see. And next week, just so you know, I will start dealing with different Christmas topics. We will do Christmas folklore. So if you have a really cool story from your country that's has to do with Christmas, please let me know. I've not planned it yet. I have done a little bit of some research on it. And so I have a couple of stories, but if you have something that's so cool, please let me know. Christmas folklore from your country. All right, legends, folklore, myths, whatever. I'll take it. So what is the main reason popes and kings consulted astrologers? So consulted is kind of to go to someone and to ask for help, ask questions about something, to get information from someone. Was it A, for entertainment, B, to write poetry, C, to learn mathematics, or D, for events? So everyone is guessing so far D. So auspicious, meaning lucky, favorable dates, auspicious dates, so lucky dates, lucky numbers. And so Kaluna and Ranit, you are correct to choose auspicious dates for events. So astrology. Hey, Mars. Hello, hello. Nice to see you. Thank you. I'm happy that you're here. Astrologers advised rulers on when to start battles, sign treaties. So, like when they want to end a war and find peace, sign a treaty, to host ceremonies, as celestial timings was believed to affect outcomes. Astrology functioned as a decision-making tool in elite circles. So they would use it to choose an auspicious date for a wedding, to start a battle, or something like that. So D, exactly, for those of you who guessed D. Moving on to number 8, and we talked about how astrology originally was very much respected. And it wasn't until the Enlightenment period in the 18th century that people started to sort of question the validity, like how good is this? Yes, D, exactly. So, so let's see. Oh, I think I'm giving this answer away. During which century did astrology start losing credibility among scientists? Was it A, the 14th century, B, the 17th century, C, the 12th century, the 19th century? So Natalia's going with D, the 19th century. And I think I just said something different. So, all right. So Alessia's going with D and Lorena's going with B. Yes. Okay. Any other guesses so far? I think Yuki's fallen asleep. Kaluna, D. Okay. So the answer is actually the 17th century. 17th century, the scientific revolution introduced evidence-based methods that exposed astrology's predictions as unreliable. So it sort of started to become not a pseudoscience, if you will, because they had ways of measuring things to see how predictable, how correct something was. And with parts of astrology, there was not that. So they changed it, became less followed or less thought of as a good thing. All right, moving on to a zodiac sign that we need to find. And let's see. And I think number 9. Yep. Oh, the answer is B, 17th century. Okay, so which zodiac sign is represented by a non-living object rather than an animal or a human? Okay, is it A, Libra, B, Aries, C, Leo, or D, Pisces? Which one do you think? So a non-living object, think of like all the different signs and the different things, animals and figures, beings. So Kaluna's saying 9 is A. Lorena's going with A. A. Okay, so we have a lot of people guessing A. And so exactly, the symbol of balance and justice. You have this scale where you have this thing that can weigh and it can measure something. And so Libra represents balance, harmony, fairness, and justice. The scales perfectly embody these qualities, weighing options, maintaining equilibrium, and seeking fairness. Its roots are in Roman mythology. Libra is associated with, I'm going to kill this, I'm sorry, Astraea, I guess the goddess of justice who carried the scales. So unlike other signs that symbolize traits through animals, Leo, lion, or humans, Gemini, twins, Libra's concept is abstract, so a symbolic object makes more sense. So I think that's kind of fun that there's one of the few signs that is actually an object and is not a human or an animal or a mythological creature. So let's see. Last but not least, number 10. And let's see. So which zodiac sign is considered the first sign of the zodiac, marking the beginning of the astrological year? Is it A, Libra, B, Aries, C, Cancer, and D, Capricorn? Half asleep, half awake. Oh, you poor thing. No worries. Just yeah. Tucking you in. Anyway, so what do you think? Which zodiac? This is our last one. So Renee is going with Aries with a little sign there, symbol for it. So is Natalia. And what can you say? So any other guesses? Anybody else thinks that it's Aries, or do we have a different answer? Kaluna saying D, Capricorn. Okay. Okay, we have lots of different answers. So C, Cancer, B, Aries. So the correct answer is actually B, Aries. And now this, I think, is super interesting because it starts to make sense. Because if we go back in time and we say that the zodiac came from the Babylonians, and then they went to the Greeks, and then they went to the Romans, the new year didn't start to be celebrated in January until 1582. So the start of the new year on January 1st became standard in Europe in 1582 with the introduction of the Gregorian calendar by Pope Gregory XIII. So before that time, the new year started in March, which is the time actually of Aries. So it started around the spring equinox around March 21st. So that the first sign happened to be Aries, as for the, I think makes this kind of logical in a way. I thought that was kind of cool. So Aries is associated with new beginnings, energy, and initiative. And so that was the way that it was, probably, I don't know, but I'm guessing from the time of the Babylonians up to 1582. And then it changed because, yeah, we changed the calendar. And January, for some crazy reason, became the first month of the year, which I will not understand. It feels so much better to have the new year starting in March when everything is new and fresh and animals are giving birth and nature is beautiful and coming back to life. But anyway, sorry, what is your zodiac sign? So I'm Cancer. I'm Cancer. I don't know if I'm typical for the Cancer sign or not. I feel like I used to be, but I think I've changed. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, folks, thank you so much for joining me, the majority of you twice today. So thank you for hanging out with me now for over 2 hours. I appreciate it very much. Love having you all around. Tomorrow we will have our second half of the lesson for astrology at our normal time. I will add a link in Instagram just as a reminder, just in case you forget or whatever. Sometimes we need reminders. You're more than welcome, Serena and Kaluna. I thank you all very much. Thank you very much. Smash that like button, guys. Thank you. Merry Christmas soon. And like I said, if you have any kind of cool Christmas folklore that you can add to our lesson next week, that just reminded me that Krampus, I've seen a lot of videos about Krampus, which is a really creepy Krampus in Austria. That would be a really good one to use tomorrow, next week. Thanks to you, Lorena and Natalia and Alessio and Yuki. Sleep tight, darling. See you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are. And yeah, we've got more fun tomorrow. Bye, Mars, darling. Nice to have you. Hope you can join tomorrow as well. Take care. Bye-bye.